Looks like today we're doing the 410 review. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I touched on having a shotgun for your household, and I touched on the 12 gauge. This is going to be a video about the 410 shotgun. What is a 410 shotgun? Well, a 410 shotgun is a different size barreled shotgun that shoots a different size shell. This is a 410 shot shell. You may look at it and say, well, that does look like a 12 gauge shot shell, and in my hand maybe I have massive hands, but why does it look so strange? Well, let's take a look here. Now, a 12 gauge shotgun shell of any variety is always going to be about like this. That is a 2 3/4 shotgun shell for 12 gauge, and this is a 3-inch 410 shotgun shell. So, what is the difference here other than it being skinnier? Well, with it being skinnier, there's less powder. Less powder, less recoil. Less recoil means somebody can shoot it accurately even if they aren't as strong or able to hold the gun as firmly. Well, where does that become a benefit? Well, as I said in my last video about shotguns, or maybe that was my first ever video about shotguns, shotguns can shoot so many different kinds of bullets. Just right here for the 410, I have 4 different kinds of shells, and all of them can be shot from the 410 shotgun. Now, that makes the 410 shotgun and the 12 gauge shotgun very unique guns. Shotguns can shoot rubber non-lethal rounds. They can shoot dove shot. They can shoot, I don't think this is bird shot. It's not buckshot. It's maybe a turkey shot. This is a slug, for sure. You can see the slug, which means you can shoot it like a rifle, but with a little less accuracy and a little less distance. You can shoot it to catch small game. You can shoot it for big game. You can shoot it for home defense. And for the record, you don't have to shoot a non-lethal round to defend your home. Don't think that's what I'm saying, because that's absolutely not true. I am, however, I'm going to put that inside the bullet case. I am, however, a large fan of guns, and I would find it to be a shame to lose your gun rights and go to jail because you've killed somebody. So I am for the rubber bullets and rubber slugs and plastic bullets, because yes, you're still defending your home or wherever you're at, and no, if you don't kill them, you shouldn't go to jail for it, because chances are you were defending yourself, and clearly you could have chose to use a lethal round and didn't. Oh, there's an empty thing right there. No wonder what I'll put in there. Now, bearing away from shells, because I did a whole thing about shells in the 12 gauge video. You can check that out on my channel. The 410 that I have here is a Hatfield single shot 410. It is a rather beautiful shotgun. I say rather beautiful because, it can't be totally beautiful. It has been used, and some people just do not like the style. The wood grain, the beauty of the wood grain is so amazing to me. So, even though I don't like wood grain, I'm going to say it's somewhat beautiful. If you've looked hard enough at a couple of shotguns, you may notice that there's no mag tube, or the tube that goes under the barrel here that people will acknowledge the shells go in, and then it pumps the shells into the barrel to fire. That's because this being a single shot, it takes one bullet at a time. What you do is you pull this back, and then the barrel breaks. Now when the barrel breaks, you simply take your live round of ammunition, stick it in the gun, and from there I'm just going to go ahead and take that back out before I cause any problems. When you stick it in the gun, now y'all just saw me take that out, you can pull this trigger and then you can fire your weapon. Pretty short, sweet, to the point. It's kind of an interesting thought. It's you know, just one bullet at the time. Will that really be enough? Well, with a shotgun, I think one shot can be enough because the one shot is firing so many rounds. I choose to shoot hollow point slugs if somebody's breaking into my house. I can shoot through a door. Let's see, this one's also hollow point. I am not a big fan of leaving a door wide open when someone's running into your house looking to steal things. It does have a safety. Some don't have a safety. This has a safety. The way this safety works is that this safety, even if you put the safety on, you can still pull the trigger. As you've noticed, when I loaded it and unloaded it and then tried to shoot it, it shoots. But the pin won't move. I don't really know how that works, but you have to have it on the red button side in order for the trigger to hit the pin and activate the live round inside the barrel. I can't exactly explain how that safety works. I can't explain how a lot of the mechanics work. I'm not really a gun mechanic. It folds up nice and neat. It does not appropriately fit inside of a backpack, but you could put this inside of a backpack with the barrel sticking out. All things considered, it only has one bolt. You could adequately disassemble this for cleaning, shipping, or traveling, and it would be rather negligible to have an issue with trying to put it back together. It should be super simple. But you know how things go. Sometimes you think something's simple and it's not. So, what's my background with this gun? Well, Hatfield is not actually made in America, or it's not made in America anymore. It says USA, and it says Illinois, but it was made in Turkey. So, this is an international gun. It's chambered for 3-inch shells, which, for the record, when it comes to a single shot, a gun chambered in 3-inch can take anything up to 3 inches. So this 410 gauge can handle anything up to 3 inches. It can shoot the mini shells in 410. I don't think they even make those, but if they did, it can shoot them. It can shoot 2-inch rounds. It can shoot 1-inch rounds. It can shoot 3-inch rounds. It can shoot 2 3/4 rounds. It can shoot 2 4/5 rounds, if there's such a thing, depending on you people reloading your own shells. Yeah, you can make it whatever size you want. This can shoot it up to 3 inches. Hatfield is a beautiful line of guns. When I bought this gun, I actually bought it in a set. There was supposed to be 3. There was supposed to be a shotgun 12 gauge, shotgun 410, and shotgun 20 gauge. It hit the 3 most popular ones. And it had a gun stand that you could put the guns on, and they set, you know, like biggest to smallest or smallest to biggest up and down the rack. And someone had come along to that Walmart and bought the 12 gauge. Well, all of the pieces were for sale separately, but they were all sitting right beside each other. The gun rack was sitting right there with them with the price tag on it. It said Hatfield. It would have been a glorious little collection, but some asshole just wanted the 12 gauge shotgun. If you've bought a 12 gauge Hatfield single shot shotgun from a Smithfield Walmart in North Carolina about 5 to 6 years ago, you, sir, might be a fucking asshole. But enough about my vendettas. Of course, I've up and sold the 20 gauge because it wasn't a collection anyway. Money got tight, and I tend to look at guns as a resellable item. They're kind of like gold and collector's coins. The price can go up when they are rather needed, such as this particular rioting situation. Okay, calming down for a second. Why do I have a 410 shotgun when I have a 12 gauge shotgun? Good question. I have a fiance. I have children. Well, my children can't shoot a gun right now. So what in the world does that mean? Well, when my children are 10, 11, 12, 13, and they have to defend themselves, maybe mama just fell in the shower, daddy's not home yet, somebody's breaking in, mama can't get out of the shower fast enough, and a 10-year-old son decides that he needs to act. Well, one, he's already had training on it, so he can grab it and he can use it, and we know that he's going to be safe with it. Two, it's not so powerful that he can't shoot it. These rounds that I'm suggesting will be lower recoil than a 12 gauge round, which means he's less likely to destroy the TV and more likely to hit the person breaking in the first place. Now, why do I keep pressing that? Why do I keep pressing your safety and you protecting yourself and you having a gun? Well, if we're going to disband a police department and ain't nobody coming when you need help, you have to help yourself. Now, you can decide whether or not that requires non-lethal force or lethal force. I don't know. I'm not a police officer. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter to me what you use as long as you stay safe. You're one of my viewers. You're an American citizen, I assume. And even if you're not, you all have a life and a right to live your life. And I'm not going to judge you by the color of your skin or your ethnicity or wherever you're from. But I think you have a right to be alive, and without a gun for yourself and knowing that the police aren't there, people are going to come in and take advantage. People are taking advantage of the entire situation. People are rioting and looting to steal anything they can steal because they want stuff. They're not stealing stuff and then throwing the stuff away when they get home. They're taking it home to use it because they're stealing because they want to. And if they can steal from a conglomerate corporation, you don't think they could steal from you, your neighbor that they've seen go to work back and forth every day and come home with a new car or a new pair of clothes or a nice outfit or a new pool for your backyard? Yeah, they're probably mad. Yeah, they might want to steal it. Well, I live in a trailer park and there's a whole bunch of different ethnicities here, and we all seem to agree that the number one thing is safety. And without the police, you need a gun. And if you don't trust the police, you're gonna need a gun. Because if the police show up and you can't trust the police, how are you gonna defend yourself from the police? They've got guns. You're gonna need a gun. So I kind of look at this as the kind of shotgun that you can get started with. It shoots a small caliber that I would say is smaller than a 9mm, maybe. So it's kind of like shooting a really low caliber rifle. It's bigger than a 22 though. It is. I'm not sure what all of the bullet sizes are. Maybe a 380 ACP or 380 Winchester. I don't know. But it's a kind of a smaller-ish round. So a slug is like a small rifle round. And you could be shooting a rifle to hunt with. You can hunt deer, turkey. You can hit small game, bird, doves, quail, squirrel. All of my rounds here are defensive. I've got all of these are slugs. You could hit you a deer. You could take a couple of different shots to shoot a bear. But I would suggest if you're going to go hunting with something like this, stick to the smaller game. Purely for the ethnical part of it, where you don't want to hurt the animal, you just want the food. I'm not a sports hunter, and I don't really hunt, but if I had to hunt, I would hunt for hunger, for food, and I would not shoot an animal 4 or 5 times to kill it. Unless you thought you could hit a bear in the face, I wouldn't shoot a bear with this, because it probably won't kill them on the first shot. That being said, if someone's breaking into your house, it's still a very, very good gun to have. And for the low the lower side of the weight scale, little game like squirrels, uh, maybe shooting a hog in the head, have a wild boar or something, deer. If you put it through the head, or if you land it in the shoulder blades, you might be good. I would not try to take down a bear or a big mountain elk. I think this is a nifty gun though for what it's used for, and you can shoot cans, and you can plink with it, and you can shoot clays with it. You can't shoot more than one clay at the time because it's a bitch to reload very fast. I have fumbled trying to reload it very quickly and just end up dropping the shell entirely, and not shooting the second shell. So it's not really my go-to gun anymore, which I think is okay, but it is a nice gun, and having children and a wife in the house, I find that it is a good option. Everyone has a different opinion and a different option, and if you have a shoulder injury this week and you normally use a 12 gauge and you have to shoulder this on your bad shoulder, this would be a lot less painful than the 12 gauge. Even with the slug, if you're shooting a 12 gauge slug or a 410 slug, the 410 slug's not going to hurt as bad. So it gives you that option to kind of not hurt yourself as bad, even if you're just injured. Maybe you had a car accident, maybe you slept in the shower, slipped in the shower, or you jarred your shoulder at work. Maybe you actually personally have a disfiguring disability and you only have one hand. You can actually load and fire this with one hand. And of course, me doing filming with one hand, I can make a very good statement about it, because you can literally open that using gravity. You can load the shell with one hand. You can shut the barrel with one hand. And I'm going to take that out for the other half of the demonstration. You just pull that down, let gravity bend the thing. Okay. So you can pull the trigger and the hammer with one hand. You would be able to lift this with one hand. It's not all too terribly heavy. It's less than a bag of sugar, so it's not quite 5 pounds. It may be 4 pounds of weight throughout this entire thing. And that being said, it only being about 4 pounds, if you only had one hand to deal with and you wanted your house secure, you could shoot this. This would be doable. I don't know how you would aim with one hand. You would probably rest this against your shoulder like normal and aim, but I'm not sure if maybe there's a different way people with one hand would want to aim with a rifling or shotgun length weapon, but it's doable. I think it's probably about time for me to go ahead and give it a rating and stop rambling about it. Well, it's not my favorite gun. It's not my favorite gun by a long shot because it's single shot. So single shot is a lot slower, and I don't take this out to the range because there's lots of guys out there that people see a gun and they judge you by what they see. And when they see a manly guy carrying a littler gun than normal, they kind of take it as a joke, and sometimes they want to pick on you and stuff. So I don't take this to the gun range because I'm not really looking to get laughed at or made fun of. I'm not looking to have an issue with anybody. Not that I think there would be a big issue, but I can shoot bigger round guns, so I know I can shoot this, and I know this shoots fine. I just keep it clean and keep it on the rack, and it's there when we need it. It's there when the people who need it. This is not a fun gun for me. It has been. I have shot it. I have shot clays with it. I have shot bottles. I have shot a little target ball that rolls, and you may see that in a video where I give it a score. But for its use, for what I've used it for, it has done great. It's not fast. The fast part would be the biggest thing holding this gun back. So I'm going to give it I'm gonna give it 3 out of 5. It is very safe. It is beautiful. It is lightweight. It is small. The rounds are cheap. The shells are slender. You know, it is what it is, and it's very nice, very, very nice. But I can't give this gun 4 out of 5 because they do make pump shotguns in 410, and even though this isn't a pump shotgun, it's literally been made the way it was expected to be made. I feel like there could be a little something extra to this gun. There are guns that when you do single shot release of the barrel, it actually ejects the old shell for you. And I feel like that could be done in this situation. The ejection of the old shells increases the time you have, it decreases the time you have to deal with taking the old shell out and putting a new shell in. So I'm actually not giving this gun 4 out of 5. I'm giving it 3 out of 5 because I don't give 5 out of 5 for any gun, and this gun is slower than it needs to be. That being said, I have enjoyed this gun, and it is not a bad gun. For what it is, for what you may need it for, this may be a gun that you would rate 5 out of 5. If you completely throw the idea that no gun is perfect out the window, this would be a perfect gun for exactly what it's for. If you're going to go out in the woods and shoot one turkey, and you know you can shoot it on the first shot, and you take this gun out there and get up against a tree and take you a nap and wake up and you see a turkey and you shoot it your first shot and bring it home, it has done everything that you wanted it to do. And I believe this gun could do that. What did I pay for it? Funny story. Funny story. Well, as I've mentioned, that there was an asshole that bought the 12 gauge version. This gun was $99 at Walmart. How long have I had it? I've had it about between 5 and 6 years. And in that amount of time, how much have I shot? I have shot probably 600, 700 shots out of this thing. I keep it clean. It works nice. It does have a bead sight on the front. I don't really tend to talk about bead sights. Bead sights are practically no sights. That thing is so close to the barrel and is such a small part of the barrel that, I mean, in all honesty, you're really just looking down the barrel. But it's there, and it's nice. Everything about this gun is nice. So maybe you're interested in a shotgun. Maybe you're not interested in a shotgun. That's an option for you. And I just keep it right there on the rack. Just nice and safe up against some of the rest of the beauties. And if you're still interested in shotguns, but you're looking something else, hold on, because that one's coming up in another video. Thank you and have a great day. Stay safe out there. Bye.